Hey Healthy Addict, James here, how are you doing? So I'd like to comment on the recent drama, links below to all of that. I've seen some pretty idiotic comments on both sides in the comment section of that video, and I'd like to offer my perspective. Now, I could be wrong, but I do believe you, and I'll get to exactly why that is later on in this video. My heart does go out to you in this situation, but I'm not going to let this issue get clouded by emotion, and I'd just like to give a rational response to the situation. I think your anti-MRA video might have made a lot of people extra sceptical and made them put you in the same camp as the Theism Plus and the Free From Thought bloggers. I may still do a response to that video another time, but if I was to take that attitude with everybody who opposed the MRM, unfortunately I'd have to distrust about 90% of YouTube. So, as for why I believe you, you pointed out that this topic shouldn't be treated as a gender issue, and that the staff were extremely professional in how they tackled it, and you included multiple witnesses in your story, which would make it very easy to disprove if you are lying, and I very much doubt you're stupid enough to do that and risk your reputation. In short, this simply doesn't match the profile of the lying victim feminist. For the rest of this video, I will be working from the premise that what you said is accurate. That being said, here's some minor criticisms since you decided to present your anecdotal experience as something which should be indicative of the situation at conferences as a whole. You had over 75% thumbs up in your follow-up video, so to claim that the negative comments you've received prove that it's not taken seriously is just asinine. You have the vast majority support on this issue. I also think that you should have gone to the police in this situation. Conviction rates are nowhere near as low as you think they are. Academic feminists have a vested interest in exaggerating how bad the situation is, and in cases like yours especially, where you have multiple witnesses and a confession, the conviction rate is actually extremely high. I'll link to a thread on the Voice of Men forums debunking the claim that only 3% of rapists spend a day in jail. The statistic is complete nonsense. It really worries me that people aren't reporting to the police because they believe this lie. Now, feminism is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and their money would grind to an instant halt if women stopped being abused. Nearly the entire rape crisis and domestic violence industry is run by people pushing the men bad, women good philosophy. Why do you think people like Erin Pizzey, Richard Gelles, Murray Strauss and Suzanne Steinmetz have received death threats for pushing their findings that women can be equally violent as men in domestic abuse? Why do you think that men's shelters are less than 1% of that of women's shelters? Why do we never hear feminists talking about equally high levels of sexual violence in lesbian relationships? The idea that there are tens of thousands of academic researchers are simply unaware of these facts is inconceivable. I believe this is due to complete and utter corruption. Most abusers were abused themselves, so to fail to accept male victims or female perpetrators, they are simply guaranteeing themselves future income. Sorry for going off on that rant, but I think this is important information which moderates need to be aware of. The publishing of exaggerated data like this, like we get from the academic feminists, only causes more problems for women such as yourself. And yes, it is very unfortunate that you are being lumped in with the likes of the Atheism Pluses, and you have every right to feel angry at the people who don't believe you, but I think you should be equally angry at the Atheism Pluses and Free Thought bloggers, because it's because of people like this that there's people in the skeptic community who don't believe you. These people see rape and misogyny everywhere. They censor dissenting viewpoints, including tearing down MRA posters. They have speakers at TAM who say the Y chromosome is damaged and the male brain is a female brain which has been damaged by testosterone. Rebecca Watson came down with a selective case of prosopagnosia when confronted with a photo asking if Elevator Guy was there. She's also failed to substantiate the alleged thousands of rape threats which she's been getting either. And just yesterday, Michael Sherman has been accused of raping 5 women. Now, from my experience with Free Thought bloggers, I knew as soon as I heard about this that Mr. Sherman must have said something to upset the Free Thought blog overlords. And yeah, links down below to that. I don't think anybody is against having a sane, rational sexual harassment policy. The problem my side had was with many of the people who are pushing hardest for it. We oppose those people's involvement in it for the same reason I'd imagine you'd oppose your grandma planning your birthday party. These are people who do seem to want to just ruin everybody else's good time. Rebecca Watson, for example, thinks it's inappropriate to it's inappropriate for a man to ask out a woman whilst at the conference. I highly disagree. I suspect that many of the people there aren't against it at all. Most people going to these conferences aren't there for this uber academic, hyper professional business thing. They're going there to meet like-minded people and make friends. And if something like that happens, a lot of them might not object to it too much, men and women. So at the time of when the whole elevator gate thing was getting started, I could only find evidence of 4 cases which could possibly be construed as minor sexual harassment. Only one of which was a man harassing a woman, yet these people were claiming harassment and sexism were systemic problems towards women in the atheist community. And needless to say, that pissed off a lot of people. Until this happened, women were statistically overrepresented in atheist meetups. They were the ones scaring women away with their fear-mongering. They have created all of these problems, and now they're trying to sell you this, and now they're trying to sell the solutions. This type of feminism is an absolute cancer on the atheist community, and I think the main reason genuine cases of harassment and misogyny aren't taken seriously. So, links down below to some of the things I've said. Thanks for watching, comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.